Hello everyone, this is the Indian Guy and welcome to a post commentary that I'm doing with RobinGaming, so say hello.
What's up, everybody? It's RobinGaming here.
This is a long overdue commentary. We've been saying that we need to do one for a while.
Yeah, we came up with the idea like 2 months ago, right? Something like that.
Yeah, but our time schedules never matched, but
Yeah.
finally we got time.
Yeah, well, that's what you get when you live in different time zones, right?
Yeah, and different continents and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Alright, so basically what this commentary is that we are talking about Battlefield 3 and what about it we like a lot, because I know that both of our channels were started out to be Uncharted, and we both kind of got interested in Battlefield 3. So what about Battlefield 3 did we find interesting that maybe you guys would too? So just a little bit about the gameplay. This is a gameplay that Robin and I played a couple days ago on Operation Metro. It was Rush, and the first two MCOMs were pretty easy. The first four, actually.
Yeah.
And then we got stuck on the third set, and it was down to the last minute. You'll see. We get to 2 tickets, and we finally arm it. And from then, it's just easy sailing. So
Yeah,
it was
awesome.
a good match.
I mean, you know, for the last part, when we had like 10 tickets left, I tried to do some kind of flanking thing, so I went on the other side of the map behind the enemies, and then I let my squad mates spawn there, and we managed to actually, you know, arm the MCOM like 2 tickets. When we had 2 tickets left, it was amazing, and yeah, luckily we managed to destroy it.
Yeah, we did. And in the beginning, with that objective, it was more like, oh, let's just rush it and try to get it, and then hopefully, you know. But then when we got to a few tickets left, we started. It was a lot of strategy, so it was fun.
Yeah, definitely.
Anyway, so on to the commentary. What about Battlefield 3? So, Robin, do you want to start off, or should I?
Yeah, well, kind of like, you know, just what I really like about it. What's the thing that makes me, you know, play it all the time?
Yep.
Because yeah, I don't know, it's kind of weird. I mean, I've always liked first-person shooters, though. I mean, I've played a bit of Call of Duty in the past. I don't play it anymore. I thought it got kind of boring. I think the thing that made Battlefield interesting to me is basically that it adds a lot of objective play, and that's what I probably really like. But yeah, it's also just, you know, the way it feels when you just you know, the shooting mechanics and all that stuff, the sound. It's very emerging, and it really feels you know, it feels really epic to play, and it's amazing. I mean, when you're like wearing a headset, and you're just playing on a huge ass TV, and it's amazing. Don't you agree with that? That just
Yeah,
feels
like I was
amazing
just playing before you called my headset on. I'm just like, wow, this is awesome, because I have a gigantic TV too.
Yeah. Well. Yeah, you can go.
Sorry, finish.
Yeah, I know. It's odd, you know, our time zones, our connections. We get, you know, a kind of second delay. So, you know, if we're talking through each other, we can't help it anyway. But yeah, I really like the objective play and the way the game feels and looks like, and yeah, that's basically what I really like about it.
For me, it's more that it's so realistic. Like the gameplay and the graphics, they look realistic, because just to say it, Uncharted isn't that realistic. I mean, you don't need that many bullets to put down a guy, and then you can't run away from a situation. You can't smoke bomb in real life or anything.
Yeah.
And I know that kind of made Uncharted a good game, because it was fun to play, and that if you got shot, you had a chance to run away, or, you know, use the strategy and take the other guy out, even though he started shooting you first. And in the big franchises like Call of Duty, that pretty much would never happen, because as soon as you got shot, you were pretty much dead.
Exactly.
But Battlefield 3 is a combination of both, in the sense that, yeah, you need not a lot, but a decent amount of bullets, and you can get out of the situation if you're fast enough.
Yeah.
But also the fact that, you know, it's like, I don't want to sound insensitive, because I doubt this is right, but it feels like you're in war. It's pretty much the closest you can get to without actually, you know, going to Afghanistan or something.
Yeah.
And also, it's so objective based, and I absolutely love that, because in Uncharted 3, a big portion of the community only plays Team Deathmatch, or that's their favorite mode. But in reality, that's not always the case. Medal of Honor, Gears of War, and all those big franchises that have to do with shooting, they're not. It's not all around. It's not based around Team Deathmatch. It's more based around objective modes, and that's why I absolutely love Conquest, which is pretty much like Turf War, And I love Rush, where you have to arm the MCOMs in a certain order.
Yeah. What's your main game mode then you play?
Sorry.
What's the main game mode that you play? Because you say you love them all, but.
I do like them all. But I mainly played Rush because I think it's a lot. That's the most team objective base game out there, or more base mode out there. And I don't know. It's something. A lot of the games that I play, it's more like you have to. For any game, it's more like you have to be there. You have to be in that situation and know how to handle it. You can't just like watch a video and be like, oh, that seems pretty cool. No, you have to be there, and that's why I would encourage all of you to get the game, even though buying a $60 game is expensive. But I think it's one of the games that are definitely worth it. Yeah,
but I mean, like when you're playing Uncharted 3, I mean, I see a lot of people that are just getting bored because they play it, every day in, day out. They play Uncharted, and I mean, Battlefield is just a great diversion, I think, and it's great to play those two games for the same amount of time, and yeah, like I said, it's just a nice diversion from everything. Kind of coming back at the Rush thing though, I think that I love Rush when I'm on the attacking side, but when I'm on the defending side, it's a lot more boring for some reason. I really like arming the MCOMs, so it really feels satisfying when you arm one of them. Basically it gets destroyed, and then you get to play on the next part of the map. I mean, that's what I really like about Rush. So yeah, Rush for the attacking side, that's definitely what I like to play the most, if that's possible.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Whenever I join the Rush, I'm like, please let me be on the offensive.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
I think we'll get more into that later. Just right now, just overall. One thing I want to say, going off of what you said earlier, it is a good break from Uncharted, because what happened is I got this game while my local Blockbuster was going out of business. So I bought the game for like $40 or something like that, and I never played it because I was way too interested in Uncharted 3.
Yeah.
So probably a month after I bought it, I kind of, like, while I was playing Uncharted, I kind of got pissed off at the game because, the bullshit that goes on.
Yeah.
And I put in Battlefield 3 and I played it, and I kept doing that whenever I got annoyed with Uncharted or I got tired and I've been playing it the whole day. I switched to Battlefield 3, and that's why I got so interested in it. And now what happens is I go to Battlefield 3 first, and if I get annoyed and I get pissed off because everyone's shooting me with the shotgun, I switch over to Uncharted 3. So
I played for about exactly the same amount of time. So yeah, I play Uncharted 3 all the time, and I play Battlefield 3 all the time. It's just, I basically swap games every few hours or something.
Yeah. Alright, so the next topic I had in mind was we talk about the separate game modes and kind of describe them to you and what about them makes them good, and what are the positives and the pros and the cons.
Yeah.
So to start off, let's go with Team Deathmatch.
Yeah. You can start.
So, yeah. So Team Deathmatch, like I said, it's actually overall it's similar to Uncharted 3 in that it's Team Deathmatch. But the thing about Battlefield 3 is that if you go straight into it, you're gonna say it's the most unbalanced game in the universe.
Probably.
You can start off with any type of gun. You can start off with the shotgun, and you guys know that, like, when you're up against a shotgun, it's pretty much over for you. At close range. Or you can start off with an automatic rifle, you can start off with a sniper, you can start off with the machine gun, and that might not seem appealing to you, but you have to remember that there are pros and cons to each. Like, if you start off with the assault rifle and you're up against a shotgun, while you're playing with the rifle, you can also put down a med pack, so you can get your health back, like, just sitting there. Or if you have a machine gun, you also have, like, I think for machine gun, you also have C4.
Yeah.
So there are pros and cons to each gun, and there are pros and cons to each class, because the classes are medic, which gives you a defibrillator so you can revive people, and a medic pack. You have engineer, which gives you a repair tool to either fix or destroy vehicles, and a RPG, and then you have support, which gives you C4 and something else, and then you have recon, which is mainly for sniping, and you can set a spawn beacon so you can spawn wherever you set that on the map. So
yeah. Well, what I think about Team Deathmatch is, you know, in my opinion, it doesn't fit in the Battlefield games. I mean, Battlefield 3 was the first game with Team Deathmatch, so I mean that basically already says it. I've played Battlefield Bad Company 2 as well. It didn't have that yet. I haven't played any Battlefields before, but I know they didn't have Team Deathmatch as well. But you know what I really, you know, they put that in to satisfy people coming from Call of Duty and you know, basically you know, introducing them to Battlefield with the kind of mechanics, and then you know, but I think Battlefield is just made for Conquest and Rush. But also what I really dislike about Team Deathmatch is that when you, for example, when you take a map like Nosha Canals, which basically, you know, it has a few sections. One of the sections is a container section, and then basically when you play Team Deathmatch on that map, you get to play on a small part of the container section. So it's like, it's really a small part where you play on, but you have this huge map that you don't get to see when you only play Team Deathmatch. And I mean, the maps are really cool, and yeah, I just don't get why people would buy Battlefield and only play Team Deathmatch, but there definitely are a few people that do that. I just don't get it. I don't find it fun. I think the thing that makes Battlefield so much fun is the satisfaction you get from objective play, and yeah, you just don't get that with Team Deathmatch. So that's basically my opinion.
Yep, I agree. And one thing about Team Deathmatch, I mean, I didn't know that there were. I haven't played Battlefield Bad Company 2. I just got Battlefield 3, and they didn't have Team Deathmatch. So I think I agree that they added it simply because of the Call of Duty fans, or that maybe it's a break from playing objective-based games the whole time, and you just want to go out and kill people. But yeah, so that's our take on Team Deathmatch. It's kind of there just to satisfy whoever wants to play it. It's not a big portion. Like, you'll find more people playing Conquest and Rush, which is objective-based, while Team Deathmatch isn't. Alright, so moving on to, you want to do Conquest?
Yeah, sure. Okay, well, what I think about Conquest, Conquest is basically the main game mode. That's, you know, for Battlefield, that's what people would say. It has been in every Battlefield so far. Conquest is basically, you know, you have like 3 or more flags that you need to capture, and basically, you know, when you capture that, like what game mode was it similar to in Uncharted again? I can't remember. Which?
Turf War.
Oh yeah, Turf War, exactly. Yeah, basically you capture that, and then you know, the other team gets their tickets down, and when it's down to 0, they lost. But yeah, basically what I dislike about Conquest on the console version is that because on the console version it's a shame it's only 12 against 12 players. On PC it's 32 against 32. So on PC you get to play on the whole map for Conquest. You know, that really works. They have a lot of capture points on there then as well. It's just because the maps are so big, and there's also, you know, 32 against 32 players, it's possible to do that. But on console, because it's only 12v12, you know, you get to play on a small, well, not really small, but just, you know, a smaller portion of the map. That's also, you know, it's also a shame to me. To be honest, I normally don't play Conquest. I play Rush. That's basically why I play Rush, because I like to play on the whole map. But yeah, Conquest is definitely a great game mode. It's the classic game mode, especially when you're playing on PC. Then Conquest is great to play. I know that, I've played it before. But yeah, I know that you played a lot. So yeah, what do you like about it?
Conquest, well, going off of what you said, yeah, it's basically Turf War, and to describe to those of you that don't have Battlefield 3, what this ticket system is basically, say you start off with 200 tickets. That means you start off with 200 lives, essentially. And what happens is, once you play Conquest, and there's 3 objectives, if you take 2 of the objectives and the other team only has 1, the team with 1 objective, they start losing tickets, and like, they'll lose just because they don't have the upper hand. They don't have it's not even. They start losing tickets, and that brings them down. And then also, once you kill a player on the other team, they lose the tickets, because like I said, the tickets are live. So basically, it's kind of the opposite of Turf War, in that once you capture a territory, your points go up. Basically, in Battlefield 3, once you capture a territory or you kill people, their points go down. So it's kind of like Team Deathmatch and Turf War into one. And what I really like about it is that it's so open. Like, I know that you guys know that in Battlefield 3 you can fly jets, you can fly helicopters, you can get in an LAV, you can get into a tank, you can get into an Amtrak or something, or a boat, and that's that's what makes it really cool, because once you play on a big match, you can pretty much get into all of those, and I mean, that's when you have the advantage. When you bring a tank over to an objective, I mean, it's hard to take out that tank. You need either C4 or you need an RPG, and it's not as team-based as Rush, but it's team-based in that if some people need to hold down the objective. It's not like you can just take an objective and then run to another place, because if there's no one protecting that objective, it's going to get taken by the other team. And that's what I like about it, is because you have to play both the offense and the defense, and you need to know when to play which one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. Well, yeah, shall we just go to the last game with them, which is Rush?
So
yeah, well, yeah, to be honest, coming back to that Conquest thing, I really like. I do play Conquest, by the way. Now that I think of it, I play it sometimes, but that's only when I want to fly in the jets, because I just love those dogfights. Anyway, for Rush is basically the game that I play all the time. You basically got two MCOMs. You got an attacking side and a defending side. Yeah, basically the map is put in portions, so in sections. So yeah, the average map has got like 4 sections, I'd say, and then basically the attacking side has 100 tickets, like you said, which is basically lives, and yeah, the defending team has got infinite tickets, and basically the attacking team just needs to arm 2 MCOMs. And yeah, when they do that and when they get to destroy it, they go to a next part of the map and basically repeat the same thing over again. And then when they did that, 4 times or 5 times, then they won. And basically the defending team just has to prevent them from arming the MCOMs. But yeah, I really like Rush, because yeah, the map is really split into a few sections, and those sections are just the size of those sections is great for 12 against 12. I mean, on PC it's 16 against 16, so it's kind of comparable. So that it's that 12 against 12 is enough for that. And yeah, I love to play it. It's amazing. Like I said, when you're on the attacking team and when you get to arm the MCOM, which I really like, yeah, that's amazing. Really, and the satisfaction you get from that it's amazing. It's why I play Battlefield. And yeah, definitely when you play with friends and you can really tell them to do this, tell them to do that, have them play in different classes, which can all be useful. I mean, you got your your assault class that can just revive you. You've got the support class with the let's say mortars or something like that, when they can basically just yeah, attack the MCOM parts with that. I really like the game of Rush. I play it all the time. Yeah, what do you think about it?
Like you said, I completely agree. Rush is my favorite game mode because it's objective based, and the satisfaction, yeah, of being a team player and being one of the most important, and knowing that if you weren't on their team, they might not have armed the MCOM and they might have lost. So you're a key player. Yeah. And what I like about it is that it's really strategy based, because what I like to do is that I can play with any type of what's the word? Any type of class on Rush. Like, you can watch the gameplay. If you're watching on my side, I switch through Recon, I switch to Medic, and I switch to Support and Assault. And I switch through all of them. And what I like to do is that it's so strategy based that you can set like you can take flank routes. You can't just rush up there and try to kill everyone, because you're gonna have like 10 people shooting at you, and you have to be smart about it. And that's what I like, because I was big into strategy. I love military strategy. I read like The Art of War by Sun Tzu, which is a required reading for military personnel, and I really like the fact that you have to think. And I know that when you play video games, you don't want to think. You're just there to kill people. But it's not only that, but it's also like the thrill of, like you said, arming an objective and protecting it and playing all the different classes and being a team player and just, knowing that what you did could turn the tide of the game. And a perfect example is when Robin, like he said before, he went around to the when we had like 10-15 tickets left. He went around the back, and I saw him that he was right by the objective, and this was close to their spawn. So if I spawn by our spawn, we'd be really far away, and we might have lost by the time that I got to him. So what I did is I saw him there. I'm like, oh, that's a great spot. So I switched from my support class and I switched to my recon. And the reason I did that is because you can set a spawn beacon. What a spawn beacon is basically you can spawn in that position by setting a spawn beacon, and the enemy can destroy it. So it has both its positives and negatives. So I switched to my spawn beacon or my recon class, and I spawned by him, and I set down my spawn beacon, and then all of us died on the squad. So. Then because I set that spawn beacon, our whole squad spawned there, and you know we turned the tide. Our whole squad pretty much turned the tide of the game, and Robin was the one to set it when there's 2 tickets left. So that was just amazing.
Yeah, well, you talked a bit about team play as well. What I wanted to tell everyone here is what I really like about Battlefield is it actually rewards you for team play. I mean, just think of something like Call of Duty, and yeah, you have stuff like domination. That's basically conquest. But when you capture a flag in there, you get a few points. You don't nearly get as many points as when you got 2 kills or something. But here in Battlefield, I mean, just there's the little things that make it so cool, because when you shoot at an enemy but you don't get to kill him, but you get to bring him down to like 10% health, and somebody else kills him, you don't just get an assist of 10 or 25 points. You actually get an assist of 90 points, which is the same the same amount as the percentage of health, which is that's a genius idea in my opinion, and that's what a lot of games should do. When you actually you shoot at an enemy, you shoot next to him, so you suppress him as well, and then you get an assist as well. Then you have 50 points for a suppression, and you get, say, 60 points for the kill assist. That means 110 points. Well, when you just got the kill, you would have gotten 100 points. So you actually get more kills for an assist than for a kill. I mean, those sorts of things. That's just it's really Battlefield really rewards you for team play and for being a team player, and I really like that.
Yep, and I think that pretty much covers what we wanted to say. And one last thing is that for those of you that play Uncharted, when you move to another game, like when you go to say Medal of Honor when it comes out, it's gonna be really objective based. So you're not gonna expect that, like, whoa. I mean, I went from a game that was mainly around team deathmatch to a game that you have to work with your players, and you can't just kill everyone you see. You have to get to the objective, and this is a perfect example of that. And I really recommend that you play it, or maybe you go to your friend's house and check it out. It's just the fact that it's so objective based is what makes it different than Uncharted, and that's what I like, because there's too much team deathmatch. I played too much team deathmatch. I got tired of it, and then I went to an objective base that's so realistic. There's so many guns. There's not just like six guns that you can get in Uncharted or something.
And there's also a lot of equipment, so I mean, you really have a lot of choices.
Yeah, there's probably over 100 guns, and all different type of equipment that you can equip. So like the first time I got C4, I just acted like a little baby and just went around C4ing every random stuff, like a wall or something. There's no point in that, but it was just so cool.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I think that covers the everything we wanted to say. What about Battlefield 3 makes it good, and why you should try it out, and then what appeals to us. So any last words?
Yeah, my last word is that you should subscribe to The Indian Guy, of course. And yeah, if you're watching this on The Indian Guy's channel, then please subscribe to me as well. That would be great. And yeah, I hope you really like this commentary. And I thank you, Indian Guy, for doing this commentary together.
Yeah, so check out Robin's channel. He's one of the few that still does Uncharted Best Plays of the Week, and they're pretty top notch. So check him out. I will see you guys later.
Bye.